Yeah, okay, fine. Yes. So in the previous class, we have seen what's the main difference between uh, in the we have seen what is a programming language and what are the various kind of programming languages are there, like low level, middle level, and high level programming languages. And we have discussed the definitions also, like what do you mean by low level language, middle level language, and high level language. Then we have seen again the programming language in high level language is classified like procedure oriented programming language and object oriented programming languages, right? And we have seen the differences between procedure oriented and object oriented programming language also. The main reason to move for object oriented programming language is to yield security. We have seen, we have explained very clearly. Okay, then which languages are called object oriented programming language? If a language supports these principles: classes, objects, encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, data binding, and message passing, those languages are called as object oriented programming languages. Then, sir, most of the softwares are using most of the softwares are using uh, C language, right? So C language is just napudu. What is the reason when we move for generally C language to develop a particular software means when we don't want security, then we'll move for C language. Okay, fine. And then we have seen the complete description about the subject name whoops through Java. Why we are calling it as whoops through Java. Say simply Java is an object oriented high level programming language. And then we have seen what we are going to study in this semester. Okay, fine. And then we have seen what is the outcome of this semester. What is the outcome? We are going to develop standalone softwares. Means through Java, we'll develop mainly standalone softwares. Okay, fine. So let me have a question. Can anybody answer what is Java? Yes. Java is simply a high level object oriented programming language. Java is high level object oriented programming language. This is the definition that we have seen in the previous class. Okay, my next question is where we will use Java. Where we will use Java. Where we will use Java? Mainly we will use Java to develop standalone softwares. And generally, if you want to develop any kind of software, we will use Java if it requires. But mainly we will use that standalone softwares. Like we can simply call standalone software is also called as desktop applications, right? Desktop applications. Or we can use it to develop web applications, or we can use it to develop games or anything, whatever you may be. మీరు ఏది కాబట్టి అది యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు అమ్మా, అవునా కాదు? సో కెన్ యూ గివ్ సమ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఆఫ్ డెస్క్టాప్ అప్లికేషన్స్ లైక్ PDF, Word, or comes under desktop applications? What about web applications? Where you have seen, we will see at IRCTC, Indian Railways. Snapdeal software is also developed using Java only. Games like Android games or whatever it may be, all those will use Java. See, generally, Android we can develop in two languages. One is Java, another one is Kotlin. Java ద్వారా డెవలప్ చేయొచ్చమ్మా, అలాగే Kotlin లాంగ్వేజ్ ద్వారా కూడా డెవలప్ చేయొచ్చు. ఓకేనా? సో Java అనేది ఓల్డ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ లైక్ which was developed by Sun Microsystems. Kotlin was developed by whom? Google. Okay, na? Fine. So if we want to develop any Android application, we can develop it through either Java or we can develop it through Kotlin also. Okay, like this we will use at various kind of locations, like we can use to develop any kind of console applications, we can simply call it as, or we can use at any kind of GUI applications, or you can say that it is any kind of web-based applications, or some kind of mobile applications. All this మీరు ఏది చెప్పినా కానీ everything will becomes under, everything will be developed by using Java only. We can develop it using Java. ఓకేనా సార్, ఓన్లీ వీటి ద్వారా మాత్రమేనా అంటే నో. అండ్ ఆల్సో we can, it can be used for to develop like what we can call like dish TV అంటాం కదా, వీటిలో సెటప్ బాక్సెస్, సెటప్ బాక్స్ లో ఉన్న సాఫ్ట్వేర్ కానీ, ఆర్ వాషింగ్ మిషన్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదమ్మా, వాషింగ్ మిషన్స్ లో సాఫ్ట్వేర్స్ ఉంటాయి, ఆ సాఫ్ట్వేర్స్ ని డెవలప్ చేయొచ్చు. లైక్ ఏసీస్ అంటాం కదా, లైక్ ఎయిర్ కండిషనర్స్, air conditioners. In all these also we will use Java. The generally the reason to develop Java language is to make digitalization. Digitalization అంటే ఈ సెటప్ బాక్సెస్, వాషింగ్ మిషన్, ఎయిర్ కండిషన్ వీటిని డెవలప్ చేయడం చేశారు. లేటర్ ఇట్ విల్ కమ్స్ అండర్ ద యూసెస్ ఆఫ్ కన్సోల్, GUI, వెబ్ బేస్డ్ అప్లికేషన్స్, మొబైల్ అప్లికేషన్స్. ఓకేనా, సో దిస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ ద వేరియస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ అప్లికేషన్స్ ఆఫ్ Java. Okay, fine. So we have seen what is Java and where we are going to use this Java. Then let's see what is the history of Java. Can anybody know history of Java? Okay, fine. Sir, meek another doubt రావచ్చు. We have a language like C, C++, right? C language ఉంది కానీ నేను జావాకి ఎందుకు వస్తున్నా అంటే we can have a proper reason, right? I am having a C language. Then if anybody asks why we are moving for Java means we can have a proper description. What is that? Yes, very good one. To yield security. To yield security, we are moving from C language to Java. Okay, you will get one more question. Sir, I have, okay, to yield security, I have one more option, that is I will move for C++, right? C++ is meant for to yield security from C language. C language లో drawback security లేదు కాబట్టి C++ security ని అచీవ్ చేయడానికి వెళ్ళాం. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు C++ ఉండగా జావాకి ఎందుకు వచ్చాం? Can anybody answer? So can I have, like, can I say that there is a security? No, because C++ provides security, Java also provides security, because both are object oriented programming languages. Both are object oriented programming languages. Then what is the reason to move for Java rather than C++? C++ ఉండగా జావాకి ఎందుకు వచ్చాం? Can anybody have any idea? Ramesh Reddy, it's an interpreted language. What is the need of interpreter? Interpreted language means we are going to use interpreter, right? So I hope you know the difference between 1 minute. I will explain your answer, Saraswati. I hope you know the difference between compiler and interpreter, right? Compiler is faster or interpreter is fast? Definitely compiler is fast. Then how you are going to say that it is an, yes, definitely it's an interpreted language. I need the reason, proper reason. Okay, fine. Coming to, okay ma, anyway నేను చెప్తాను క్లారిటీ. కంపైలర్ అండ్ C++ is a partially object oriented programming language. Means it doesn't support all the function, all the principles of object oriented programming language. Sriram, no, C++ supports every principle it supports, but there are some drawbacks. Let me explain. See, the main reason to move from C++ to Java is to yield the principle of Vora. మనం చెప్పే పాయింట్స్ అన్ని కూడా హైలైట్ పాయింట్స్ అమ్మ. నో నీడ్ టు స్టడీ ఎనీ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్. మీరు ఎంత టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ చదివినా 2 pages 3 pages ఉంటుంది. ఆ మెయిన్ పాయింట్ ఏంటంటే ఈ పాయింట్ అంతే. జస్ట్ వాట్ డు యు మీన్ బై వరా? వరా కాన్సెప్ట్ ఈస్ write once, write once, run anywhere. Write once, run anywhere. That's it. To yield the concept of write once and run anywhere, we are moving from C++ to Java. Okay. So in the year 1991, in the year 1991, James Gosling, James Gosling, I didn't remember their exact names, something like Mike Sheridan and Patrick Notter. Patrick Notter. These three people has to. These three people main aim is to implement this principle. They are started one language, that language that we are studying right now. I hope you are understanding. Generally, మనకు అప్పుడు C++ ఉన్నిందమ్మా. In the year 1991, these people main aim is to achieve this principle. To achieve this principle, they would like to implement some new language to achieve this principle. What is that principle? Write once and run anywhere. Write once, run anywhere. What do you mean by write once and run anywhere? Can anybody answer? I hope you know the internal meaning of this one. Java contributes and use. Yes, ma. Ganesh, you are correct. Java runs on animation. What about C++? Java contributes and gives supports to various libraries as compared to CPP. Okay, fine. That is also some proper reason, but may not completely correct. In any way, code multi-threading, we can use same code reuse. Yes. Uh, let me take one C program, right? Let me take one C program, or else I will take new slide. Take one C program. What is the extension of source code of C program? So for example, I'm taking the source code file name is J, its corresponding extension is .c, right? You are going to perform compile. You are going to perform compile. It is going to produce one intermediate code. Can anybody know what is that intermediate code? Anybody know what is that intermediate code? Then you, like, when you press something F9 or F5, some function keyword. When you press some function keyword, it is going to compile. And then, can anybody answer? What is F5 or F9? Yes. When you press F9, it is going to compile. Then it is going to generate some intermediate code. Then when you press Control plus F5, it is going to produce some executable file .exe. .exe. Am I right or not? Yes. It is going to produce some .exe. Right? Here, the intermediate code it is going to generate called as object file. Intermediate code ఏమంటామా object file generate చేస్తుంది. Okay na? So meaning that I have written Java, sorry. I have written C program for example, sum of two numbers. In which platform? For example, let's me take Windows platform. Guys, e point main important. Sum of two numbers program నేను Windows platform రాశాను. దీనికి F9 ప్రెస్ చేయగానే నాకు ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కోడ్ వచ్చింది. ఏ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కోడ్? j.object code for performing sum of two numbers. If I press F5 in the same Windows platform, it is going to execute .exe file. It is going to produce .exe means it is going to produce proper output after giving valid inputs. Okay. Now I have taken this object code. And copied in the system. And that system operating system is, let me take Linux. Let me take Linux. Guys, can anybody answer? Is it going to produce exe file for this? No. It is going to produce a exe file for this? No. Meaning that I have written I have written C code one time. I have written C code one time. C code one time, and I need to execute that C code on only Windows operating system. If I am going to write in Windows, I'm going to write in Windows. I need to write in only. I need to execute only that C code in Windows only. Okay. For example, I have taken in the same object code in Mac. Will it is going to execute? No. What do you mean by what you can understand from this? Whatever the code I have written for sum of two numbers in Windows operating system, it is going to execute in Windows only. Whatever the code that I have written, sum of two numbers, in Linux operating system, it is going to execute in only Linux operating system. Meaning that to perform same operation for performing sum of two numbers, I need to write the code for how many times? Windows లో ఒకసారి రాయాలి, Linux లో ఒకసారి రాయాలి, అలాగే Mac లో ఒకసారి రాయాలి. Am I right or not? Meaning that to perform same operation, how many times I need to write the same code? Multiple times I need to write the same code. But coming to here, what is the main achievement? So, is this principle is achieving in C language? No. Write once and run anywhere principle is not achieving in C language. What about in C++? Can anybody answer? Obviously, ఇక్కడ చెప్పిన దాని ప్రకారం C++ also doesn't achieve the principle of write once and run anywhere. C program. C++ program के extension ఏంటి? .cpp. j.cpp. After performing compilation, it is going to produce again an object code j.obj, and it is going to produce j.executable file. If you are writing in Windows operating system, it is going to execute on only Windows. If you are going to execute in Linux, it is not going to execute. If you are going to execute in Mac, it is not going to execute. Meaning that here also you have to write the same code, sum of two numbers code in three times. So C language is not achieving the concept of write once and run anywhere. C++ is not achieving the concept of write once and run anywhere. So write once, run anywhere and meaning it in I can write code one time, that can be any platform. Platform అంటే తెలుసు కదా, it is a location where I can write a program or a software. I can write one time on any platform. That can be either Windows, Linux, Mac, Sun Solaris, anything. And I can execute that code. In any platform. Okay. To achieve this principle, James Gosling and the team has trying to implement a new language, that language that we are studying right now. Okay. And this team name they are calling as green team. And whatever the language that they have developed, they are trying to develop, that language they are calling it as green talk, and whose extension is .gt. Okay na? Initially ga Java language perumma 1 minute. Initial Java language name is green talk, whose extension is .gt. And later on, initially the language name is green talk, whose extension is .gt. Later on, they decide to change language name, and whose name is work. This name they have given is because of the name The complete meaning is it's a symbol of a strength. Oak means it's a symbol of strength, and also it's a tree for so many countries. It's a national tree for so many countries like USA, etc. చాలా కంట్రీస్ కూడా ఇది నేషనల్ ట్రీగా యాక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో ఇనిషియల్లీ ద జావా లాంగ్వేజ్ నేమ్ ఈస్ గ్రీన్ టాప్, later on the Java language name is oak, and later on they have changed the name to Java. So why they have changed this oak name to Java? Because there is a company called Oak Technologies which is already existed, ఓకే. హూస్ కాపీరైట్స్, లైక్ మీకు తెలుసు కదా అవన్నీ కూడా కాపీరైట్స్ అవన్నీ చాలా ఉంటాయి దాంట్లో. ఆ కాపీరైట్ అంటే దీంట్లో ఉన్న సింబల్ రెండు సేమ్ అయితే ఏమవుతుందంటే ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుతుంది కంపెనీకి. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్ దే డిసైడ్ టు చేంజ్ ద నేమ్ ఆఫ్ ది లాంగ్వేజ్ టు ఓక్ టు జావా. Oak to Java. So before going to put the name Java, they have collected so many names from the company employees. Like చాలా మంది సజెస్ట్ చేసిన దాని ప్రకారం డైనమిక్, రెవల్యూషనరీ, సిల్క్, జాయిట్, etc. So many names. Among all this, Java also is there. Java is also there. Among all this, finally they decided the name Java for the programming language in the year 1995. In the year 1995. Okay, na? So among all these names, why they have elected only Java language means here the name is unique, and also it's the name of an island. It's the name of an island which is in Indonesia, where first coffee was produced. అందుకోసం మీరు జావా టెక్స్ట్ బుక్స్ మీరు చూస్తే కాఫీ సింబల్, కాఫీ కప్ అనుకోండి, ఓకేనా. అందుకోసం ఈ జావా టెక్స్ట్ బుక్స్ మీరు చూస్తే కాఫీ అనే సింబల్ ఉంటుంది, కాఫీ కప్ తో సింబల్ ఉంటుంది, ఓకేనా. ఈ కాఫీ కప్ అసలు ఎందుకు తీసుకున్నారంటే మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద మెయిన్ థింకర్స్ ఎవరైతే థింక్ చేస్తుంటారో వాళ్ళు ఎక్కువ కూడా దే విల్ కన్స్యూమ్ కాఫీ. దట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్ దే have considered it into Java. Java is one island which is present in Indonesia where coffee is produced. So coffee అసలు ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఎందుకు తీసుకున్నారంటే కాఫీ ఈజ్ టేకెన్ బై మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది డెవలపర్స్ ఎక్కువగా దీన్ని ఇన్హేల్ చేస్తారని చెప్పేసి దే ఆర్ థింకింగ్, ఓకేనా. సో దిస్ ఇస్ ద కంప్లీట్ హిస్టరీ ఆఫ్ జావా. అంతేగాని దీనికి ఇంకా ఏం అక్రోనిమ్ కానీ ఇలాంటి ఏం లేవమ్మా. దే హావ్ టేకెన్ జస్ట్ ఫర్ ద నేమ్ షేప్. దిస్ ఈస్ కంప్లీట్లీ ఆల్ అబౌట్ హిస్టరీ ఆఫ్ జావా. Any doubts up to here? What is no? Can వస్తున్నాము. Sir, first oak, then green, then Java. This is the Java language. No, go through once, then get back marks, sir. Okay, na? Check cheyu. If it is correct, we'll rectify. 99%. It's not 99%. It's 100%. It's first green team. Then they have gone for oak. Then they have gone for Java. Okay, na? ఓక్ అనే ట్రీ వాళ్ళ కంపెనీ ఉందని కూడా వాళ్ళు అలా తీసుకొని వచ్చారు. Oak is not only the symbol of strength, but also it is the tree which is present in front of their company, Green Team company. Okay, na? Fine. So later on, it is acquired by. Later on, this team was acquired by Sun Microsystems. So let me explain what is that procedure. See, when was actually Java was released in the year 1995, the first version of Java released. Java released in the year 1996. JDK 1.0 released. So what do you mean by JDK? Let's see later. Okay. In the year 1997, they have released the next version, JDK 1.1. Like here, they have implemented the new concepts like inner classes, Java beans, JDBC, etc. All have implemented. And in the year 1998, they have implemented J2SC 1.2, Sphinx concept, Java some new plugins, etc. All this has implemented. And in the year 2002, they have come for new concept like J2SC version 1.3, the Java naming data interface like this. ఇవన్నీ కూడా చాలా 2000 లో రిలీజ్ చేశారు. I think one, two, sorry, this is 2000. In the year 2000, they have released like this. And in the year 2002, they have released J2SC 1.4. Like here, they have implemented the concept of IPv4, network communications. So IPv4 అంటే మీకు తెలుసు ఆల్రెడీ. IPv4 అంటే ఏంటమ్మా? Internet packet version 4. Right? So it is used for to provide internet connections, right? So there onwards, we are getting login API. అందుకోసం అమ్మా. That is the reason Java also works for internet. Internet applications కూడా వర్క్ అవుతుంది IPv4. So like this XML, XSLT. In web technology, you will study what is XML, XSLT, all this. So in the year 2002, they have come with these new features. And in the year 2004, they have come with J2SC version 5.0. Instead of they have given name for 1.5, they have given 5.0. And here there are so many concepts are there, something like enumerations, metadata. All these features are implemented in the year 2004. And in the year 2006, they have come with version J2SC 1.6. And here they have improved the performance of JDBC, and they have come with concepts of graphical user interfaces. All this comes under in the year 2006. And up to here, up to here, up to here, this all maintained by which company? Sun Microsystems. Sun Microsystems is the company which was developed the language Java. And in the year 2010, this Sun Microsystems was acquired by whom? Oracle. Oracle buys by Sun Microsystems. Sun Microsystems కంపెనీని Oracle బై చేస్తుంది. అందుకోసం ఇప్పుడు జావా ఇప్పుడు ఎవరు డెవలప్ చేస్తారంటే ఏమొస్తుంది? దేని కిందకి వస్తుందంటే Oracle కిందకి వస్తుంది. And in the year 2011, Oracle again released JTSC version 7. Here they have implemented various kind of exception handlings like try, catch, throw. All this will comes under version 7. Like exception handling concepts అన్ని కూడా ఇక్కడ రిలీజ్ చేశారు. And in the year 2014, J2SC version 8, lambda expressions అంటాం, అవన్నీ కూడా మీకు కొంచెం అర్థం కాకపోవచ్చు. All those will released in the year version 8. Like this, they have released the Java version. Okay na? Initially they started, see, ఇక్కడ 1991 అని చెప్పాను కదా, don't get confused. ఇక్కడ 1991 లో they have started implementation. They have started implementation, and in the year 1995 they have released its first version. దే హ్యావ్ రిలీజ్ ఫస్ట్ వర్షన్. అంటే యూజ్ లోకి వచ్చింది ఎప్పుడంటే అమ్మా 1995 లో, కానీ ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ స్టార్ట్ చేసింది మాత్రం 1991. ఓకేనా, ఫైన్. సో దిస్ ది జనరల్ హిస్టరీ ఆఫ్ జావా, లైక్ హౌ ఇట్ హ్యాస్ ఎవాల్వ్డ్. జావా ఎలా ఎవాల్వ్ అయింది, గ్రీన్ టాక్ అనే లాంగ్వేజ్ డెవలప్ చేస్తారు, దాని నుంచి ఓక్ గా మార్చారు, ఓక్ నుంచి మళ్ళీ జావాకి తీసుకొని వచ్చారు. ఓకేనా, అండ్ దేర్ బేసిక్ వర్షన్స్. ఇన్ జనరల్ దిస్ జావా is classified into three main versions. One is J2SE. 5 గుర్తుపెట్టుకోపోయిన అవసరం లేదమ్మా, this one is important. J2SE, J2EE and J2ME. J2SE means Java 2. Java 2 means TOM, Java 2 Standard Edition. Standard Edition. Generally, you can call it as Core Edition. Core Edition. E means Enterprise Edition. Enterprise Edition. ME means Java 2 Micro Edition. Java 2 Micro Edition. ఇవి కూడా కొన్ని ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్ చెప్పాను. Java 2 Standard Edition means we are going to develop standard applications. Standard applications means desktop applications. These are the applications we can develop through this version, which won't use any kind of internet లేకుండా వర్క్ అవుతాయేమో ఇవన్నీ కూడా. లైక్ ఇవన్నీ కూడా వేరియస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ దీంట్లో ఉంటాయి. జావా డాట్ లాంగ్ ప్యాకేజ్ లో, జావా డాట్ యూటిల్ ప్యాకేజ్, ఈ ప్యాకేజ్ అన్నింటిలో కూడా ఇవన్నీ ఉంటాయమ్మా. దీస్ ఆర్ ద అప్లికేషన్స్ విచ్ రన్ వితౌట్ ఇంటర్నెట్, బేసికల్లీ without internet. Coming to Java to Enterprise Edition, these are the applications which will run through internet. Means here database exists like EJ base, enterprise Java beans, servlets. Okay, now these are the applications which require database. జావా టు మైక్రో ఎడిషన్ అంటే ఏం చెప్పాను ఇంతకుముందు, మనకు జావా ఎక్కడెక్కడ యూజ్ అవుతుందని చెప్పాను. యూజ్డ్ ఫర్ నాట్ ఓన్లీ కన్సోల్, GUI, వెబ్ బేస్డ్ మొబైల్ అప్లికేషన్స్, బట్ ఆల్సో ఇట్ ఈస్ యూస్ఫుల్ అట్ సెటప్ బాక్సెస్, వాషింగ్ మిషన్, ఎయిర్ కండిషన్స్. అంటే వీటిలన్నిటిని ఏమనొచ్చు అంటే మైక్రో ఎడిషన్ రిలీజ్ లో చేస్తాం. యూజింగ్ ది వర్షన్స్, మైక్రో ఎడిషన్ వర్షన్స్, వీ కెన్ ఏబుల్ టు డెవలప్ సెటప్ బాక్స్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్స్, air conditioners, and what are one more thing, there it is, washing machines. Like this, they have released generally mainly 3 categories: Standard Edition, Enterprise Edition, Micro Edition. Generally, what we are going to study in this semester, we are going to study mainly deals about Java 2 Standard Edition. Servlets, EJBs ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఎక్కడ వస్తుంటాయమ్మా, you'll have a syllabus. I hope you don't have syllabus, it is in syllabus, it is in advanced Java. Anyway, I will go through once if I have enough time. I will go through servlets. It is very, very important. The basic things avadam anedi there is no use, I think so. Advanced Java is important for it. Okay, this is all about history of Java. Okay, any doubts up to here? నేను చెప్తానమ్మా సారీ. జావా డెవలప్మెంట్ JDK అంటే ఏంటి? సరే, షర్మిల, the team name is Green Team, amma. The team name is Green Team, and whatever the language they are trying to develop, that language name they have given as Green Talk. Okay na? ఆ ముగ్గురు ఉన్న టీం ఏమంటున్నాం అంటే గ్రీన్ టీమ్ అంటున్నాం, వాళ్ళు డెవలప్ చేసే లాంగ్వేజ్ ఏమంటున్నాం అంటే గ్రీన్ టాక్ లాంగ్వేజ్ అని పిలిచారు. ఓకే, yes, fine. Next we'll see what is the difference between core Java and advanced Java. That is what I said. Java having it's not advanced concepts like what I can say. These are those concepts will work with the internet. Internet to work out. Basic core edition వచ్చేసరికి in core edition we are going to develop only standard applications which won't work with database or internet to work avama only standard applications like whose results are not shareable with any other application like calculator, PDF. All this will comes under standard edition. Coming to advanced Java, we are going to implement the applications which will share the data, which will share the results, which will communicate over an internet, which will communicate with the database. All those we are going to develop with the help of advanced Java. Yes, ma. Very good, Pavani. Very good. Yes. Next, we'll see what are the features of Java. Features of Java. One of the main feature is it's a simple language. It's simple. First, I will write all the features, then we'll explain. Java is simple, and Java is object-oriented programming language, and Java is platform independent, and Java is secured. Java is robust, and it is architectural neutral. Vora. Okay. And Java is portable. Vora comes under platform independent. Okay, నేను explain చేస్తాను మళ్ళీ. Portable, dynamic, interpreted, high performance, and it is multi-threaded, and another one is distributed. Like this మీరు చాలా రాసుకోవచ్చు. ఇవి మెయిన్ గా ఏ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ ఓపెన్ చేసినా కానీ ఇవి మెయిన్ గా ఉంటాయేమో. వై జావా ఇస్ వాట్ ఆర్ ద ఫీచర్స్ ఆఫ్ జావా అంటే ఇవి చెప్పచ్చు. ఓకేనా? These are the 12 features. This will differentiate from other languages. Java is simple. So in the next class we will see why Java is simple. But it is simple, but it will take 1 hour of time for my explanation. Almost. Okay, man. Fine. Yes. See, generally చూడండి ఒకసారి మనం ఏమంటున్నామంటే whatever the language that whatever the program means whatever the source code that we are writing, it is going to generate an intermediate file after compiling, that is object code, and this object code will execute on only Windows platform. ఒకవేళ ఇది విండోస్ రాస్తే విండోస్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ లోనే ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతున్నాం. రిమైనింగ్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్స్ లైక్ లైనక్స్ కానీ మ్యాక్ కానీ సన్రైజ్ లో ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవ్వదు. అలాగే C++ తీసుకుందాం, సిపిపినే కదా. విండోస్ లో రాస్తే విండోస్ లో మాత్రమే ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది. లైనెక్స్ లో కానీ మ్యాక్ లో కానీ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవ్వాలి. కమింగ్ టు జావా, సో సి లాంగ్వేజ్కి వచ్చేసరికి డాట్ సి ఎక్స్టెన్షన్, సి ప్లస్ ప్లస్ వచ్చేసరికి డాట్ సిపిపి ఎక్స్టెన్షన్. వాట్ అబౌట్ జావా? జావా, the extension is java on. The extension of the file extension of source code of java file is dot java. When you are going to perform compilation, it is going to generate different file, not an object file. Try to understand. It is going to generate dot class file. It is going to generate dot class file. This dot class file is also called as bytecode. Okay. Whose compiler name is javac? Javac is a command which is used to tell the compiler to say that please compile the Java source code. Javac is a command. Javac means Java compiler, which you do for to compile the Java program. After compiling a particular Java program, it is going to produce an intermediate file. Even if intermediate files, it is going to produce an intermediate file. It's going to produce an intermediate file. That intermediate file extension is dot class file. Even if j dot object. చూడండి sorry. Whenever you are going to compile, in compilation process, every compiler, like for example ఏ source code తీసుకున్నా ఆ source code మనం ఒకవేళ కంపైల్ చేస్తే during compilation phase it is going to generate an intermediate file. What about interpreter? If you are going to, if you are like for example like ఏదైనా source code interpret ద్వారా interpret చేస్తే will it going to generate intermediate file? No. This is also one of the main difference between compiler and interpreter. Compiler lo intermediate file generate avutundi, interpreter lo there is no intermediate file. Okay. When we compile a Java source file, it is going to generate dot class file instead of generating dot obj file. This is where it is going to differentiate executing in all platforms. Like Java ఏమవుతుందంటే it can execute in any platform, not only single platform but also all platforms. Like for example Java source code నేను విండోస్ లో రాసాను అనుకోండమ్మా, ఇది ఏ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవ్వచ్చు? విండోస్ లో ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది. ఎస్, జావా సోర్స్ నేను విండోస్ లో రాశాను. కెన్ ఇట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ ఇన్ లైనెక్స్? ఎస్. జావా సోర్స్ విండోస్ లో రాశాను. కెన్ ఇట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ ఇన్ మ్యాక్? ఎస్, డెఫినెట్లీ. దట్ వీ కెన్ కాల్ ఇట్ యాజ్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ ఇండిపెండెంట్. ఓకే సార్, ఇది ఎలా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది, ఎలా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవ్వట్లేదు, ఎలా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది మళ్ళీ నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ లో కంప్లీట్ గా ఇన్ డెప్త్ మళ్ళీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను. ఇది ఖచ్చితంగా ప్లాట్ఫామ్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ like any platform ఎందుకు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది మళ్ళీ నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ లో ఒకసారి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను. ఓకేనా? సో ఫర్ ద టైమ్ బి ట్రై టు అండర్స్టూడ్ దట్ the Java file name, the Java code file name extension is .java, and whatever the intermediate file that is going to generate during the compilation phase, it contains a bytecode and whose extension is .class. And what do you mean by bytecode? And the next step, what we are going to do, all this will explain the next class. So in the final step, it is going to generate anyway. It is going to generate .exe file only. అన్నిట్లో కూడా అంతే అమ్మా. ఇక్కడ .exe అని వస్తుంది, ఇక్కడ .exe అని వస్తుంది, ఇక్కడ .exe అని వస్తుంది. But the between process, this step is varying. Okay, according to up to the definition here, which language is fast now? Tell me. ఏ లాంగ్వేజ్ ఫాస్ట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ చెప్పొచ్చమ్మా? ఇది ఆల్ సేమ్ ఆర్ డిఫరెంట్? అప్ టు నేను చెప్పిన వరకు Java, as it is a bytecode, as bytecode. No, all are having same priority. ఈ explanation వరకు అన్ని సేమ్ అమ్మా. But in tomorrow's class, I will explain some in depth. Then you can decide which one is fast. So finally, after my explanation, you can understood that Java is fast language. Java is fast. Okay, fine. So మీకు ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అడగండి అమ్మా, లేదంటే we'll wind up the session. In the next class, we'll see all these 12 features. See, Sunil, నేను ఫస్ట్ నుంచి అది చెప్తుందమ్మా, వీఆర్ నాట్ గోయింగ్ టు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ డైరెక్ట్లీ డాట్ exe ఫైల్. వీఆర్ నాట్ గోయింగ్ టు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్. చూడండి ఇక్కడ ఎక్కడ రాశాను కదా, సమ్వేర్ రైట్. చూడండి ఎక్కడా కూడా నేను డాట్ exe ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుందని చెప్పట్లేదు. ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు టేక్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఫైల్, ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు టేక్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఫైల్ అండ్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్. Then it is not going to generate executable file. I'm going to take object file and it is not going to execute. That is what I'm saying. Directly executable file cannot execute anywhere. We are going to take intermediate file. We are going to take intermediate file and we will trying to execute in any platform. So you understand? Yes. Okay, ma, fine. We'll share anyway.